Hi everybody, welcome to the Nelson Community Food Center kitchen for a Kids Club video. I'd like to start off with a land acknowledgement. The Nelson Community Food Center acknowledges our respect and deep gratitude to all of the ancestors and keepers of the land on whose traditional territories we are honored to live, cook, work, and play. Let's get rolling. So today we're going to be making veggie burgers. Yum! They're going to be a bean burger. I'm going to be using black beans. The recipe, you can use black beans or pinto beans, either are going to work. And I'm going to be using yams. The recipe calls for 2 cups of some kind of cooked vegetable. Let's say you have cooked up broccoli at home, you guys could totally use that, but I'm going to supply you with yams, and I'm going to be working with yams today. So we are going to start off with one of my favorite activities, which is mashing. So this is 1 cup of black beans, which I have, or sorry, 1 can of black beans, which is more like 2 cups, that I rinsed and strained. And I'm just putting them in this big wide mouth bowl because it's got lots of room to work in. And I'm just getting them mashed. How about that? So you can kind of do this to your liking. I definitely enjoy a couple whole beans in my burger, but you do want to mash them a fair amount to make sure that you're getting that kind of paste happening, and that's what's going to help keep the burger all together. Alright, so I can take a look there. I think that looks pretty mashed up to me. Of course, if you have a food processor at home and you want to use that, totally feel free. And then we're going to go in with our, it's a little more than 2 cups, but it's okay. We're going to go in with our yams, which I roasted up, and gonna just mash those babies in. Wow, these are all kinds of crazy colors in here. Oh man, I do love a good veggie burger. Veggie burgers are fun because you can kind of put whatever you have going in as long as they're gonna stick together. Some people put like rice or oats in them to kind of hold them together, and some people put lots of different vegetables. They're amazing with like beets grated up in there. You could put potato grated up in there. Okay, so we're getting to kind of a nice consistency. You can see what I've got going on there. That's my oven telling me that she's ready. Yeah, we're getting somewhere here with these guys. Basically, you need to be able to form a good patty. That's kind of the main goal with this mashing. Okay, I'm gonna say that's looking pretty good. So I'll just sort of slam that guy. And we're gonna go in with 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. You might be thinking like, oh, but I don't like tomatoes. But you won't even really notice the tomato flavor in here. It's just kind of gonna, again, be another one of those things bringing everything together, helping us shape our patty. It actually just brings a little bit of sweetness to it as well, which is really nice. And we're gonna do a nice pinch of salt to taste. You could add in other seasonings at this point if you wanted to. I'm gonna go in with some garlic powder and some onion powder. So we'll do a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Dun, 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 dun. And we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder has to be one of my favorite things. I used to be a garlic purist who was like, I use fresh garlic, but garlic powder, it brings something else to the table. It's sort of like, you're not getting those whole pieces of garlic, but you're getting such a nice garlic flavor. I put it on all my roasted vegetables in the oven. Makes them delicious. And now we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of flour. You might find that you need more flour, so we'll just go with that and then see what our texture is looking like. Your beans might be wetter than my beans, or they might be drier than my beans, so it's kind of a to each their own type situation. I know some people also put barbecue sauce in at this stage, which is really, could be super yummy and get a really nice kind of smoky flavor in there. But I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on my burger after. And I think we'll just leave it at that. These are kind of gonna be a little bit like those veggie fritters from the fall. Okay, so I got all my ingredients. Beans, tomato paste, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, flour, and diced cooked vegetables, which were just yams, but okay. I don't think I'm gonna add any more flour. Like, these look kind of formable to me. Okay, so now is for the fun part, the forming of our burgers. Just gotta make sure that it's all super well mixed in there, because you don't want one bite to like not have any garlic powder and then the other bite to have all the garlic powder. I'll be right back. So we've got some parchment paper on a baking sheet. I recommend using parchment paper for this because these types of things tend to stick, and the last thing you want is for it to fall apart on the baking pan, because then you lose the burger, your nice burger shape. But I mean, honestly, really not the end of the world. Okay. So we're gonna go in with a nice patty. I'm making sort of like a ball, and then I'm smooshing it, and then I'm kind of like organizing the edges into a circle. Yeah, this is all right. I don't mind this sort of forming time. You might really like it. It's sort of like gushy and smooshy. And I know that a lot of people like gushy, smooshy things when they're in the kitchen. It's a fun step. I'm thinking we're gonna get 7 burgers. I probably could have made them a bit bigger and just made 6, but actually maybe we're gonna get 8 here. Hold the phone. And it doesn't really matter if you put them close together, because they're not like cookies. Like, they're not gonna expand and slide into each other. They shouldn't, at least. Let's hope not. Our last guy, our last burger. All right, I was right, 7. 7 burgers. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my fingers, and then I'm gonna salt these guys. Gonna do another pinch of salt on top of these babies, because they've got lots of veggies in there, and I didn't really salt the yams too much, and the beans are unsalted, so the salt is gonna bring all this together and make them like delicious. So got my oven preset to 375, which you will have been instructed on your recipe card. I'm gonna slide these guys in. The recipe says 20 minutes, and we're gonna flip them halfway through. Let's just check them out at like 12 minutes. See what's up. Well, 10. Let's follow the recipe. We'll see you in 10 minutes. All right, we're back. So I baked those guys for 10 minutes. They didn't seem like they were ready to flip, so I did another 7 minutes, I think, and then I flipped them, and then I baked them for another 15 minutes. So the recipe is more like 30 minutes, not 20. Maybe even closer to 35, just to get that nice crust on the outside, because you don't really want to have like a mush burger. You want to have like a burger. So I've got the veggie burgers over here. When I noticed that they were done, I turned the oven on to broil. Which is when the top kind of element inside of the oven gets really super hot, and that's how you get things nice and sort of crispy or browned on top. It works very quickly, so when you turn the broiler on and you're trying to brown the top of something, you got to keep your eye on it, because it can burn in just like about 2 minutes. So I'll show you what I did here. got my nice veggie burgers, and they're nice and crispy. They're not too hard, they're a little soft still, but they're nice and finished the way I want them to be. And when I turned the broiler on, I stuck a few slices of cheese on the burger that I'm planning on eating right now, and I let the cheese melt under the broiler for about 1 minute. So it got nice and soft there. So we'll just pop that guy here, and I'll put these guys back over here. And I just heated up my bun a little bit. You could toast your bun in the toaster oven or just in a toaster, or you could stick it in the oven when you put the cheese on to broil. You could just stick it in there for a minute too, just so you get the nice sort of soft bun action. My buns were just slightly stale, if I'm being totally honest, so I wanted to fix that for myself. So I got a nice cheesy burger here. I've got my toasty bun. I'm gonna put my toppings on. I'm a real mustard and mayo gal, but you do as you like. We're gonna provide you guys with some nice toppings in the bags, and you can use whichever condiments you love to have at home. Tomato, pickle, that's my fave. Yum. Might even just eat one of those pickles. Oh yeah, this is looking, whoop, some flying lettuce. This is looking perfect. Put a little ketchup on the top, and we'll call it a day. There we go. So, that's my veggie burger. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Can't wait to eat it. I can't wait for you guys to try them. I hope you enjoy. Comment on the video. Let us know what you thought of the veggie burger recipe. And we'll see you next time for the Nelson Community Food Center Kids Club Cooking Meal Kits.